Ladies and gentlemen, now today I got a little bit carried away with Doctor Doom, so I decided to take him into Varian 1 Ultron's Assault, because the second chapter you can only use Mystic and Tech champions, and also the second chapter is historically known as one of the worst chapters in the entire game, because there is so much power gain, there are some crazy fights, there's like double power gain, spike kinetic transference, like there's all sorts of stuff that's really annoying. But I think these nodes actually help to highlight how insane Doctor Doom's power control actually is and how effective this champion can be, like in the right scenario where there's a lot of power gain to take advantage of, because he just absolutely killed it today. He crushed so many different fights. So this first fight is a double power gain kinetic transference Mordo here, and it's just a really great matchup for Doctor Doom, because as long as we can stay fairly aggressive, apply the stagger as well, that can help to manage stuff like his power gain, his furies, convert that into even more power for us, and whenever we use the special 3, the passive stun doesn't count against Mordo's astral evade, so we can come out in straight to a double medium combo, then a 5 combo quadruple light attack there. We go for a special 2 here for mega damage now that we've built up 2 furies. For a bit of safety, I probably should have used another special 3 before a special 2 to finish. Here I throw the special 1, but because Mordo has the ability to block unblockable, it actually doesn't land. I totally forgot about that, man. Very rookie error. We go for a couple of quick Doom slaps, and then we quickly fire off the special 1, because he can only block unblockables if he's blocking for a certain amount of time. So yeah, not a bad result in the end, and then we have a nice little special 3 to finish that one off. But this is one of the most annoying and difficult Mordos in the entire game, and we absolutely smoked that lad in about 60 hits, so just a tremendously good performance there against a very stacked version of Mordo. Now next up, it's the same node, so we got double power gain, we've got kinetic transference, and here we just do a medium heavy. Just this allows us to get a couple of staggers up, which gives me the guaranteed crit on the heavy, and also allows us, when Sabretooth does get his fury, to instantly convert that into a little bit of power as well. So we throw off the special 1 there, we power drain Sabretooth a bit, also get the ability to steal power, which allows us to quickly build up to the special 3. So Doom, he's just so crazy when there's like a lot of power on the opponent to take advantage of, so all these ridiculous power gain nodes in Variant 1 he's just absolutely amazing for. So yeah, a double medium there, straight into a 5 combo with a light ender, use the special 1, siphon some of that power back, and also pause our aura just for a moment there, and then we just need to chuck in light attacks as well. I think here, just because I had a little bit more time, I applied the stagger just to get a bit of power gain off that. That was actually probably the wrong move. I should have just gone in for a combo. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. We did lose our fury, and kind of the goal with Doctor Doom is to get to the special 3 as quickly as you possibly can, and if you use a special 3 while you have a fury active from before, then it stacks up to 2 of them, and that's what you want, man. That's where you get the really big damage, and kind of the goal is just to keep on cycling that and use a very nice special 2 just to end the fight. So I think here we managed to continually chain on now, so doing those light ending combos and just kind of timing it perfectly, getting the stagger kind of lined up to absorb a fury as soon as we come out of that special 3, because I think it's like every 5 hits on Sabretooth he triggers a fury. So you know, this is just a great matchup for really any Mystic champion. But the thing is, because we don't really have any debuffs on Doctor Doom apart from the shock, we don't really have much to contend with in terms of the regeneration until we decide to use that final special 2 and apply the incinerates there. But judging by the amount of regeneration, you know, I'm looking for another special 3 just before we decide to finish off this fight. You can see it's just so easy to get to that special 3. When you get to the special 3, you know, we're looking about just under 17,000 damage on a maxed out 4-star champion. Again, this is no boost, no suicide masteries, but for a maxed out 4-star champion on the special 3, that's really easy to get to because of all of his mechanics, like 17,000 plus the fury after. You know, there is a lot of value, a lot of damage output there. Here we go for a 5 combo straight into a special 2, and look at that damage, man. We got a 10k crit there, a couple of 4ks, and the incinerates just absolutely ruins Sabretooth there. So a glorious finish to a bit more of a tricky matchup there, because there was a lot of regeneration to contend with. I'm moving into some fights from the second quest. You do have a 300% cordon node here. So this node is usually like a game killer for any champion that relies on some sort of damage over time effects or produces one. However, with Doctor Doom, just because you have this ability to like siphon back the power, it's just so good. It is so good. You can just turn it into like a massive battery for Doctor Doom. And these fights, they worked out really well. So we've got got the Heimdall matchup here. This is an additionally good fight as well, because we can constantly convert his buffs into additional power gain with Mystic Dispersion, which makes it very easy to kind of fuel up to the special 3 and special 2. So yeah, just double medium coming out of that. You can see he is absorbing some debuffs occasionally with Masochism. We siphon a little bit of the power back there, but also because he doesn't have any armor up buffs, the special 2 is a lot less menacing, because like worst case scenario, we can just block the special 2, and Doctor Doom does have very high block proficiency as well there. We go straight onto another special 3. The damage is really starting to ramp up now because we do have double furies, so we come out of that, go straight into a 5 combo. You can see even our mediums, man, are dealing about 6,000 damage there, which is a really impressive number. Straight into a special 2 there for some sick damage, got a nice little 10k crit, and then a couple of incinerates because one of them did get eaten by the Masochism node, but this Heimdall is almost down. We go straight into a special 1, siphon some of that power back, and go straight to a special 2. It's unblockable because we have the aura, and that fight was just toasted, man. That's a really good little Heimdall matchup. Perfect performance from Doctor Doom there. But moving on to the next matchup, and this one was pretty interesting. I kind of realized something in this matchup, maybe a little bit too late, but you want to get Symbiote Supreme as quickly as you can against the corner. I should have like gone for the spam heavy there, but I realized that after this combo, man, because Doctor Doom's heavy attack is so quick that as long as I have him in the corner, I can just keep on spamming it. So yeah, that was really fun, and it's only safe to do that while the opponent like doesn't have a bar of power. But the Symbiote Supreme, even with the cornered node, his power gain is all from his like passive overtime source there. So yeah, it's really not that bad to contend with. So straight into a combo there. However, because Symbiote Supreme doesn't have like a load of power, this means we don't have a load of power to siphon back from him. So the power gain is going to be a little bit slower, and also he immediately like nullified my first Fury that I got off that special 3, which wasn't the best time there. Moving into this special 3, we don't have a stagger active, so we don't need to worry about the Fury being consumed. However, pay very close attention to Doom's health, because we are going to get a little bit screwed over in a moment by Symbiote Supreme's phase change. So yeah, keep a close eye on that. Some avid Symbiote Supreme players might know, you know, what is about to come when he does enter his nullify stage. So it's going to get rid of all of our debuffs there using the special 1, and gets us immediately down to 5%. So hopefully this really gives you an idea of like how big the attack values are in Varian, and looking at a 4-star versus like almost a 40k 5-star stacked out champion in Variant 1. You know, these are very big opponents to contend with, man. Regardless, we still won in that encounter. Now, moving into the very first quest, you do have like double power gain and spite for a lot of the paths. So this is a double power gain version of Thor Ragnarok, and this is a pretty interesting matchup for Doctor Doom, just because he's a completely shock immune champion as well. That means like even if Thor Ragnarok does use his special 3, there is a 20% damage cap on that, and usually the thing that does kill you after are the shocks. However, like that wasn't a problem in this scenario, so it's a little bit of a weird one here, but also a really cool little matchup. So far, we've kept his power under control, but we're really looking to get to that special 3. It's also a little bit more awkward in this matchup to apply the shocks to Thor Ragnarok, just because I believe he does have a minus 60% duration. So yeah, if you want to apply the shock, you've pretty much got to go like medium heavy, or else you're going to lose out on the duration of the shock and not be able to chain on that stun there. However, coming out of the special 3, we retaliate straight with a special 1 there to drain some power. However, with the Fury on Doctor Doom, the spite nodes are a little bit tricky, because you also have the constant power gain from the fact that you have a Fury buff active after the special 3. So yeah, they are a little bit more risky, but with Thor Ragnarok, because Doctor Doom again is shock immune, we don't need to worry about any of the shock damage coming out of that, so we can instantly retaliate straight away with a special 3, go in for a double medium after this, straight into a medium quadruple like combo special 1, and really get this fight back under control for the most part. And you can see, despite using a special 3 just before, this man is pretty much back at his special 3 almost immediately there. So special 1 to power drain there, and we're going in for a little bit of power steal straight into a special 2, and also gives us a safety net of a special 1 to kind of throw off in emergencies there. But the special 2 and 1 medium hit was more than enough damage to finish off that fight. So yeah, not too bad against Thor Ragnarok. Now the next fight was a little bit of a kamikaze fight. So I did this one directly after the Thor Ragnarok fight, and this is the Spite, I think, Burden of Might Void. And like Doctor Doom versus Void, you know, we have the class disadvantage. This is also a very, very stacked up version of Void. So you can see the debuff, every single tick off Void is dealing 512. So that's 1000 damage every single second. And Doctor Doom, he doesn't have like the biggest hit points in the world. So we're like immediately down to 34% there. But I think this fight, it really shows how much Doctor Doom can rally in the right scenario and maybe get some very cheeky kills. So we fire off a special 3 here. Void is at 83%. We are at 22% hit points. It's not looking good for our boy Doctor Doom. So we fire off that special 3. We get the stun after, so we can go straight into a double medium, then go for a 5 combo, all light attack ending, and then we siphon the power back. We get straight up to 2 bars of power there. We dodge that, and then we wait just a second to make sure we can time this debuff right. We managed to purify that one, going for a combo, still a load of power back, enough power to get us back up to the special 3, and also allow us to stack up 2 Furies, because we were quick enough doing so as well, despite, you know, waiting a second just to make sure we can pause that buff. And then we go in for a double medium, straight into another 5 combo, and then siphon some of that power back, so that gets us almost up to a special 2 there. Then we just need to get a parry, just keep on stealing that power, and also every light attack as well is not generating any power. Here, if I pause for just a moment to let him get the debuff on me before using the special 3, this might have been a full kill here, but still, we've rallied hard, man. Void is down to 26% hit points now. We go in for a double medium, straight into a combo there, and unfortunately, Void's damage kills us. But we got him down 87% hit points, so only 13% remaining there. Despite both the matchup and the odds being against us, I thought that was a really good showcase of just how far Doctor Doom can send it. So yeah, he's great once you get that first special 3 off. Now, moving just into a bit of a fun matchup here against Groot. So Groot is just so much fun, really to play against with any Mystic champion, but especially Doctor Doom, man, because you're looking for those special 3s. You're looking for a lot of power gain there. So we go in for a heavy attack, just to apply a couple of staggers there. This means as soon as he triggers I Am Groot and gets some buffs, then we can take advantage of those and the power generated by them fairly immediately. Here, I think, unfortunately, we do fail to a special 2, so we do take a little bit of damage, but the buffs start triggering, so 2 of those expire. That's enough power to immediately get us to a special 3, so we can fire this off and really start getting into the Groot matchup here. Now, I think there was a bit of a weird play around this one, so we go straight in for a double medium, like standard light ending combo there, just to siphon as much power back as we possibly can. Then we go in with a standard combo, just to steal as much power back as we can here. I went for a heavy attack, because I forgot about the reduction in debuff duration, and then I see we just have a great opportunity to apply a few staggers there. Doom has one of my favorite heavy attacks in the entire game. It's just so quick, it's so immediate, and you can just punish enemies so hard if you get them out of line, and you can chain it on all sorts of occasions, man, so it's a really, really good time. But yeah, going for the kill here on Groot, so we fire off that special one, as well as pausing our aura, draining a little bit of power. It also nullifies 3 buffs in this matchup, so it gives us an additional chunk of power so that we can throw another special 3, and then it's really just a case of like hoping we have enough power to get to a special 2 and end this matchup. So yeah, we go for a combo there, straight into a special 2, fire that off, plenty of damage to finish off that Groot there. A really nice little finish. We did mess up, you know, a couple of times in that matchup, but overall, it certainly wasn't too bad. Now, this is, again, another matchup which isn't like amazing for Doctor Doom, but it's a very noteworthy one, which is the Doctor Doom versus Wasp matchup, and it's something that you can deal with relatively effectively, just because even if Wasp does get an evade, like, you don't take any shock damage, so you don't need to worry about that component in this fight at all. And Wasp, with her evade, she always tends to like go back a fair bit, so even if she does evade, it's not really like this issue of her immediately retaliating into you, so it just makes her like really easy to fight with Doctor Doom. And if you do need an option for this fight in Variant 3, like Doctor Doom, he's an effective option, he works for this matchup. You do have the class disadvantage, but that is really about it. And also, any evade champion is slightly more annoying to fight, because they can also evade out of your combo after you do use the special 3, so they're going to be stunned. Like Wasp is stunned for the double medium, and then the medium, but then any other hit after that she can evade out of. Luckily, she played immediately into that parry there, so we could siphon some of the power back and start getting this matchup under control. But then we steal a load more power, go straight for a special 2, but it's unblockable, so she can't deal with all of it there. And then straight into another parry, special 1 is unblockable. Unfortunately, that special 1 doesn't hit hard enough, so we do need another special 1 to finish this fight off. But again, we just siphon the power back, so we could have kept just going and going and going with that, which is a really nice nice little time. And then finally, we do have a Hyperion matchup. So Hyperion and Vision Arcus are two very noteworthy matchups for Doctor Doom, because whenever they gain a power gain buff and you stagger that power gain buff, Doctor Doom gains a power gain buff as well. So yeah, it just makes him tremendously fun to play in these matchups because you have so much power to play around with. Also, in terms of nodes as well, this is the 10% buffet Hyperion node. So you're going to see he's like eating buffs throughout the fight to heal up, and also he does have Spite from the global node as well. So whenever we do have a buff, he's also going to have an additional source of power gain there. So yeah, there's definitely a fair bit more than your average Hyperion just to contend with in this encounter, but Doctor Doom still just shuts this man down if you're playing very aggressively. You can get into the rhythm of the matchup. Maybe should have gone for a stagger there, but you know, we're doing quite well so far. I think at the end of that special too, we did take it directly, but because of Doctor Doom's aura ability, like we have Unstoppable and also like have a bit of a damage reduction as well, so we didn't get absolutely ruined by that special too, which is really, really nice. But yeah, just firing off the standard lightning combo, siphon back with a special 1, and then here I was trying to make a judgment call on what would be best, a special 2 gamble or go for a special 3. So I just decided to, you know, see how this one ended up turning out. So unfortunately we couldn't get another special 3 without using the Fury, so we just go for the special 2 here. We got like a double, almost 11k hit there, and all the incinerate damage as well. So yeah, that sorted that man out almost perfectly. Nice little special 1 to end it off, but Doctor Doom destroys Hyperion. Overall, man, I just love Doctor Doom. He's really, really fun to play. I think he's got a tremendous amount of value in so many different matchups that have a lot of buffs and have some crazy power game mechanics. He's definitely, you know, not the best champion for every single matchup in the game, but I do think in terms of the tier list, I am ranking Doctor Doom as a very solid god tier character, because in the hands of a skilled player, once you get used to his rotation, there is a lot of stuff that Doctor Doom can do, and I imagine like pulling this champion as one of your very first like 4-star or 5-star champions is going to be of great benefit to so many players in the future. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's gameplay, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.